Well, now, yes, we are ready. We are ready. What's going on? I appreciate everybody's being here. My Patriots update, psychological, Ant Rogers, Daryl Ingram, Avery Watkins, all you guys, Jonathan Stringer. Appreciate each and every one of you being here. Massive announcement. I'm surprised I have so many people here already. It's very nice to see that I got a lot of love coming from you guys. First off, I've been saying for over 2 weeks now that I was given an opportunity for a position, not in the NFL. I'm going to put that out there right now. This is not, it is sports related, but it's not NFL. Daryl Green, what's going on inside the horseshoe? Oh, what's up, podcast? Thanks. Now, I had an opportunity in the field that I love, which is sports. A certain person got a hold of me and asked me if I wanted to do something for him. And it was based off in Indianapolis. Now, some of you might know I live about 60 miles outside of Indy. And my vehicle has transmission issues, right? It slips out of third gear, can't get it go past 35 miles an hour. So I had to get the transmission fixed in order to get to Indy back and forth to do this. Special thanks to Ross. Appreciate you very, very much. He invested in my future so that I could take this job, paying for the full amount to get my transmission fixed. Now, over this past year, I worked with Sportscaster. Many of you may know that, where I was covering not just the NFL, but a lot of other sports as well, including a place called the Basketball League. It is a worldwide professional basketball association, which I will put right here is the link where you go check out their website. They have 29 teams, I believe, this year, and they'll be adding 5 more next year. Well, last year I covered the Indy Express on Sportscaster, doing live commentary on the Sportscaster network for Indy Express on the basketball. I even interviewed the Basketball League president, David Magley. Some of you may remember him as an ex-NBA basketball player. I live in Marion, Feet for Fish, which is northeast of Indianapolis off I-69. So I get in contact by the owner a couple weeks ago of the Indy Express, which, of course, was like, oh, I like that you covered us on Sportscaster. I covered every Indy Express game as a live commentator. Never done that before. I hadn't even watched basketball in some time. I watched that one because I enjoyed it a lot. It's more of a team sport in that league than it is just your individual sport. It was great. Actually got into it quite a bit. Ended up getting a jersey from one of the players. It was very, very fun. Now, the owner of the Indy Express contacts me and says, hey, I got a job for you if you'd like. I'd like for you to be able to commentate here at the games live if you would like to do that. And I was like, man, that sounds like a great job. He says, then now I'm going to go ahead. This is the Facebook link for the Indy Express. I was offered a job as the position of broadcast coordinator for the Indy Express. What that entails is I would be responsible for making sure that the broadcast is ran live and smoothly, and I would be live commentating those broadcasts nationally, locally and nationally. I will be the broadcaster for this. I don't know if I will be putting it on my YouTube as well. We still haven't worked out the details, but I'm given that for this season. I will be the broadcast coordinator for the Indianapolis Express of the Basketball League. So that's a big deal for me. It's something I've always, I mean, yes, it's not football, but it is a professional basketball team. Granted, not NBA, but a great league nonetheless. And this is a huge step for me. This is going from just talking random, to you guys, giving my thoughts about the NFL or whatever it is, to actually being there live at games for a professional team and commentating these as the broadcaster. That is a huge step for me. Even if it doesn't go through at the end of this year, who knows what happens after the season's over? Maybe I continue on afterwards. Maybe it doesn't happen. I don't know. I am paid. I will have a salary. That's great. I love the fact that I'm going to be paid to do something that I enjoy. Thank you so much for all the congratulations, everybody here. Derek Larger, go check out his stuff as well. Inside the Horseshoe. Joe, appreciate that. Thanks a lot. King J, Dylan, everybody, Michael Lawson. That is awesome. Seth Harmeyer, you sister lived in Marion. That's cool. CNS4, appreciate you being here. Colts Nation asked a good question. Will I still be doing YouTube? Now, like I said, I don't know the details, like the exact salary, whether or not I'll be able to broadcast those live on YouTube, whatnot. I will still be doing Colts coverage and NFL coverage here on my YouTube. How often? I don't know. It depends. Okay. I still have a few things that I need to work on. Like I said, Jay, I will still be doing this. How often? Probably a few times a week, depending on, the days that I have to go to Indianapolis and back and do those games. I still have a few things that I need to cover. Like I said a while ago, my house burnt down about 5 years ago. I lost a lot of stuff. I've never had a position where I needed dress clothes. I got a feeling I need dress clothes. I had someone offer to pay for those. I don't know how much that's going to cost, but I'll let him announce it if it ever happens, because I don't have any dress clothes, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to need it for that. If anyone wants to help donate to my channel and help me get a foot in the description below of the video, there is a link to my PayPal. Feel free, use that. It's my email address for my PayPal. If you want to help donate so that I can help make this work, whether it be, anything, including extra money that doesn't go into this, I could put into this system, upgrading my software and hardware, stuff like that. It's a lot better to use the PayPal than it is YouTube, because YouTube takes like 70%. So just FYI. But any donations, any help that you want to give to help me invest in my future, to help bring better content for you guys, is much appreciated. Ross really kind of opened my eyes to being like, you know what? Accept it when your guys who like the content that you bring out want to help. Just accept it and move on. And I will definitely do that. So I appreciate everything from everyone. Now we have other questions, and I'm going to go ahead and step up. Dylan Green asks, when do I start? The first game that I cover will be the Indy Express home game, home opener. April 9th will be the day that I will start officially. It is, the schedule will be on the basketball league link that I had posted on here earlier. And let me see if I can't find that again. If you want to look, that it'll be there tomorrow evening. I contacted the league themselves and asked them, hey, when's the schedule going to be updated so that I can announce stuff and share that thing. And they told me tomorrow evening it'll be updated. So that's a great thing to be able to get into. Very simple, man. It's the basketballleague.net. Very, very simple. And then, of course, on Facebook, very simple. If you want to check out any kind of announcements there, it's the Indy Express. Very simple, easy way to get a hold of those. Appreciate it. Larry Brown, thank you. Christian McGowan, what's going on? Christian, ain't seen you in a while. Christian is a member of a podcast group network that I used to be a part of. And I just want to shout him out. Go check him out. Mega McGowan, if I remember right, on Twitter. Go check him out. And then, of course, check out the rest of the network that he is part of. How many games do the Indy Express play and where at? That is a good question. I will be covering 12 games. The first 12 games is the contract, just to see, kind of getting my foot in the door and seeing how it works from there. It will be, where was it that he told me? At the Indy Metro is where the games will be held at. So great questions. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. What size? I'm sure being taller, it doesn't help. Okay. I generally wear a 2X tall when it comes to shirts. And if it's not 2X, then it's usually like a 3X. Because I am tall. I'm 6'6". It's a pain in the butt, right? I wear a 40 waist and 34 length. I think 36 length is what I need. And dress shoes are freaking crazy. I wear a size 15 shoe, right? So, yeah, I mean, kind of difficult to find clothes my size. Kind of difficult. There are places in my area that do sell those. They're just a little bit more expensive. I appreciate it. Yeah, I will definitely be here talking Colts all the time. Definitely. High Octane. What's going on? Appreciate that. Is the Indy Express League basketball? Yes, it is basketball league. It is a professional basketball league. As a matter of fact, let me share screen a little bit, and I will show you in just a moment. All right. So this is the basketball league. That's their website right here, as you can see. Little go in about the league. These are the teams that are in the league. As you see right there's the Indy Express that I am part of. Next year, 5 more teams will be added. There's a bunch of news. You can keep up with stats and box scores when they happen. The schedule is here, but it won't be updated till tomorrow. Obviously, you could go into the shop to buy stuff. There's the community. There's the TLB. And as you see here, the 2021 season opener starts in 12 and a half days. And there's just a bunch of links here on the front page that you could get into and find out a little bit more about the basketball league. They've been around quite a while. Let me stop sharing. There we go. They've been around quite a while. They've been under different names. Like I said, David Magley is the president. His wife is the owner. So just that's something that's great. And I've interviewed him. The interview I had with him actually was about this time last year. And it's actually on my channel under a new link. I can't remember what they're called. Different listings. I have it listed under the basketball league. I went ahead and dropped it there. So just let you know. High Octane and Psycho, appreciate that. I don't know if I'll be doing a mock draft. I've been offered to join a bunch of mock drafts with different people, 32 different people selecting for specific teams. Me, obviously, selecting for the Colts. I did that last year. I may not do that this year because of how much that I have to get through. I plan on doing sometime this week, dropping a T.Y. Hilton film room, going over how much T.Y. will be effective in helping Carson Wentz while he is here in his first year in Indy. That's something that I really want to get into and get that done. Yeah, Derek is awesome. Appreciate it. He is. Hey, Nikki. That's my sister-in-law. Appreciate you being here. Thank you, Sean, for the congratulations. For the third. No, Joe. No. Not anymore. I am 40. Nobody wants a 45-year-old out of shape tight end. Okay. I'm just saying. Nope. Paradigm. Yeah, they could, but that's online stuff. I don't have a men's big and tall shop. I have a place in town that does sell big and tall for men's. It's just more expensive. The pants and stuff. I'll have to get me a sport coat, ties. I don't have any of that stuff. Quit complaining, Jolly Green Giant. Do I cover any high school football or watch? I will go to my high school alma mater and check out their links and watch those live. I'll watch IU football occasionally. Notre Dame, my area sports. I like watching my area sports. Okay, so good question on who plays in it. You heard there's former NBA guys. There are former World Basketball Association guys. There's guys all around the world. Okay, they go out and they grab great guys from around the world to play in this league. And what they do is they acquire these extra guys and they play in this league. And if they do well, then that draws the attention of the NBA as well. And then the NBA can come in and hire them straight out of the basketball league, right? There's been multiple people who have moved all over the place just to play in this league. Very, very talented people that play in the basketball league. How do I score touchdowns? Easily. You easily score touchdowns by shooting, making two shots beyond the arc. And then on the last shot, you need to get hit in the face so you get a free shot from a line just inside the arc. Okay? That in itself is 7 points. There you go. That's how you score a touchdown, Ray. It is different. The G League is a subdivision. And this is a professional basketball league set completely aside differently. This is not like the Fort Wayne Comets or something like that. This is a completely different league that the NBA also can get in. David Magley wanted to help get players who didn't get into the NBA another limelight to play in, right? Get paid to play. So him and his wife made this up, and it's awesome. You should go check out that interview I had with him. It's an amazing interview. Got a lot of interesting stuff. It is good news. I mean, this is a huge step to become a broadcast producer for not the NBA, but still a professional basketball team. And I will be the live commentator and in charge of broadcasting. So for these games and the team itself. So that's just great. I'm really excited about that. Size 18. Holy crap. I wouldn't know what to do if I had to shop for a size 18. I got a cousin that wears an 18. 15's hard enough to find, let alone an 18. Let me get, there we go. Go back to that. So you guys can find that that right there. This link goes to the screen that I shared earlier. So McChicken, thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it. No, I keep doing the announcement, man. It's going over and over and over. I am the official broadcast producer of the Indy Express basketball team. You're confused by the title? This is a personal announcement about myself. Okay, that's what it was about. I got a position in sports which will allow me to expand my knowledge and skills in doing exactly what I'm doing here, which is, basically like actual broadcast, right? So that's a big deal in my opinion. That's kind of a little feather that can go into my resume when it comes to going into other sports. Like if this does not work out or something, I can always still use it and say, I have experience being a broadcast producer and a live commentator for a sports team, a professional sports team. So that's something I could use later on. I'm really excited about this opportunity though, man, because I've never done anything like this other than what I'm doing with you guys. And it's a chance for me to learn something completely different. Go higher into what I'm doing and kind of hone my skills talking to people and talking about a sport and keeping people interested. So this is a huge deal for me. Yeah, Joe, kind of like that. Thank you so much, Ray. Appreciate that. Oh, you could have fell out of your chair because I signed up to cover the Wizards. No. But to me, it's just as important of a move, right? I mean, I'm going to have mistakes, obviously, when I first start doing this. So, not covering an NBA team. Good Lord, could you imagine being a producer and commentator, broadcast for a professional team and screwing up early? No, I'll screw up because I've never done this before. But it's learning from your mistakes and getting better as you go. That's how I got to doing what I'm doing now with Sportscaster. Just kept getting better and better as I went along, and it got me to where I am now. Now I'm taking that next step in my career, and it's this exciting situation for me. Really appreciate it. Appreciate that, Alex. Appreciate that. So am I going to big time? I'm still there. Now, the only issue is the days, Sundays and Wednesdays. I mean, if I'm in Indianapolis on those days, we might have to move those days around, but I'll still do them, Ray. I'll still do them. But obviously, that whole producer thing is going to take precedence. Just like, if it's on a Friday, I might have to move my official podcast. because, real life kind of steps on that. Thank you, Juan. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Hope you aren't a Pacers fan. I used to be a huge Pacers fan back when Reggie Miller and Chris Mullin and Rick Smits and the Davis boys, and all those guys, Jalen Rose, when they were all playing for the Pacers. I was a huge Pacers fan back then. I not so much as of late. I mean, they're a team that's still in it every year, but they're never a team that you pick to go to the championship game. That's a dig at my Indianapolis Colts, guys. Attack. No. How about at least now I will for real be covering a professional sports team, in the for real sense that I'm actually there doing it. Right? So I'll just reword your statement there for you. Jonathan says, how about doing cricket broadcasts? What about your football broadcast? I mean, I'm sure, aren't you, you know nothing about basketball? I'm sorry. I know a little. I loved basketball. I tried out for basketball when I was in school, middle school actually, and they have a thing where score as many points as you can within a six. I think it was a 120-second period, and I scored more points than anyone else that showed up for tryouts. But then I went and took a physical, and my blood pressure was too low, and they wouldn't let me play. And then a few years later in high school, I got more interested in football and played football instead. That's a good question. Are the games broadcasted on their website? Possibly. I'm not 100% sure. I know they are broadcasted like on Facebook and stuff like that. I will definitely have links in future streams on this channel to find out where you can go to watch these games if you want. Would I like to who wouldn't? Anyone in my position would be into that. Right? Anyone. Reggie Miller, Grandpa. Thank you so much, Nick Knopfsinger. I can't believe that my sister-in-law just dropped the super sticker. But I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Aunt Rogers, Pates Nation got jokes. It's hard to fall. Great from great to mediocre. Well, we'll see what happens with New England this season, right? I mean, they had a pretty good offseason when it comes to free agency, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm good with having Patriots fans in here because it's nice to know that Patriots fans and Colts fans can commingle and not have issues with each other. Granted, you can take digs at each other once in a while, but just don't be mean about it, right? That's how I feel. What is the least popular major sport in? Well, we don't have a professional baseball team in Indiana. Does that say anything? Indiana, obviously basketball is the biggest sport, I think, in Indiana. And then football would be number 2. Indy's, as far as we got a semi-pro baseball team, but we don't have a professional baseball team. I think we even have a professional soccer team. I don't follow soccer, as Ray knows, but I think we do. Last time you heard your grandpa talking about, really? because he's an NBA commentator. I mean, you still talk about him, right? That's like saying, oh, the last time I heard anyone talk about Shaq or Charles Barkley or Jalen Rose. These guys are all, NBA commentators. So, I mean, you still talk about them. See y'all in the playoffs. Absolutely. He's still mad because I jumped on Ray's channel one time and says, yeah, I can see the Patriots going 1-16 if Cam is on his game. Yeah, absolutely, man. Because it's an Indiana professional league. A lot of people don't know about the basketball league, and they really ought to. Their games are really, really good, and they're quick. There's not a whole lot of, commercial breaks and stuff like that you see with, the NBA or even college. And it's more of a team sport than an individual sport. Obviously, you still have incredibly gifted players in the league on each team, but they're still more based off of team play like college. Interesting question. If I could have any broadcasting partner, who would it be? Ooh. Look at there. Yeah, he says so too. A broadcasting partner talking NBA. See, that'd be difficult. I would like, I wouldn't want Jalen Rose as my partner or Charles Barkley because both those guys are a little opinionated, right? I like the guys, but for me, they're just too opinionated. I would want someone who obviously has their own opinions, but they're not so aggressive at me in that situation because I'm not really a guy with good with confrontation as much. I don't like when I join someone else's podcast or something. I don't want them attacking me. So I wouldn't want a broadcast partner to do the same. But name wise, Reggie's a good broadcaster. Couple of those NBA guys, but I wonder. Pat McAfee knows a little bit about basketball. Yeah, go have him do some broadcasting with because he's fun to talk. He's funnier than hell. So that'd be a great time to do stuff with. Browns fan, I am faded, and he comes to my streams. Thanks so much. Appreciate you. Really, really appreciate it. And guess what? Like I said, I just jumped to being I just accepted a job with a professional basketball team, not the NBA, but as the official let me go down here, the broadcast coordinator. So that's going to be fun to do. I wish the NFL broadcasted their games everywhere. You're in Tennessee trying to find a way to watch the Colts games. Yeah, that's a difficult thing. I mean, I get it. I understand that. It's a pain in the butt. I wish there was a way that they would do that. Well, but, I mean, there is. I mean, you got the NFL Sunday ticket, but that's like a lot of money. And sometimes people can't afford that much money to watch a game. Just saying. They're here talking about their show on his show. Actually, McChicken, might end up having you on my show because you got some good information. You know a little bit about college, and That might be interesting to have you on to talk, you and Ray at the same time on my channel, as like Colts outsiders. I think that'd be fun to do. That might be an interesting thing to go around doing. Just saying. All right. Yeah, I don't know how many hockey fans there are in Indiana. That's a good comment there. I know soccer's still pretty popular. You could find a lot of soccer fields in Indiana. I think we've got 12 in Marion that I can think of off the top of my head. So, Ray, if I had the choice to say, hey, I'd love to have a broadcaster, I'd have you with me. I think you'd be fun to I mean, we do it all the time anyhow. So we already know we work well together. But at the same time, I'm covering the Indiana Express. Are you going to drive every day down here to broadcast with me? Okay, so if we're talking clam chowder, I'm going to have to agree. Just saying. I'm sorry, all you New England people, but I could say that because I'm allergic to shellfish. So I can't have it anyhow. I can't have shrimp and clams and lobster and stuff like that. So, all right. So I'm sorry, guys. I'm just sitting here scrolling through here. Ross, there's the man right there. I appreciate everything that you've done for me. I don't know if you've been here for the entire announcement, but the announcement is that, I already told you off to the side. I am the Indy Express broadcast coordinator, and I will also commentator for the Indy Express professional basketball team here in Indiana. So that's great. And I'm already in the process of getting the truck fixed. I'm coming up with stuff for dress clothes, basically, to get back and forth. So I don't have to go in stuff like this and broadcast and stuff like this. But I got some people that's talking to me right now about possibly doing that. Also, like I said, if anyone wants to help donate to help me get some clothes or whatnot that I need to have, upgrade my equipment, my software, things of that, there is a link in the description of this video down below to my PayPal. Actually, it's the best way of actually donating. You can always put a comment or something or question in there, and in the donation, you could ask for film rooms or ask me a specific question, anything, and I'd be more than happy to bring it up in my next live stream. So just wanted to bring that up. Colts, Tina, what's going on? Download the Document Sports app. That's how I get games here in Kentucky. Okay. There you go, Colts Nation. Dude, I almost fell asleep before I even started streaming, Ross, so it's all good. That would have been messed up if I missed my own darn live stream, which is possible. I think I've done it before, but that was an accident. I set it for 5 o'clock and then it reset itself to 3:40 or something like that. I don't know what happened. Durr. You stay away from your intern. I'll give McChicken Vlogs 50 cents on the hour, man. That's more than what you pay him.
uh,
oh, it's all good, man. I'm not that famous yet. I won't be that famous. You know what? I'm just going to be working my butt off though to perfect my craft, and this is an excellent opportunity to do that, and something else that I could put in my resume in the future. So this is just something that I'm really excited doing, and really happy that I have the opportunity to do so. So thanks a lot. Well, guys, inside the Horseshoe Podcast, I appreciate that, but there's no there's nothing here like a comment or question or anything. So I'm just going to leave that up there for a little bit for you guys to see. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. Appreciate that. Can't get, okay, Nikki says can't get decent chowder in Indiana. Chowder. I guess that's how you pronounce it. I wouldn't know. I had some in Michigan once. That was good. JDW. Oh, would Kenny Smith be that? Okay. Hashtag pay McChicken. Ain't that the truth? Fish and chips. I mean, I would go fish sticks. I'm not a big fish guy. I don't mind fish. I can eat fish because it's not, you know, crustaceans. I'm not allergic to fish. And I understand it's a big thing over where you're at. But I'd rather have pizza or something like that, you know. But of course, that's more of a popular food item here in the U.S. You just got to, yeah, it is. Gas is expensive. Yeah, I'm not. No, he's one of those opinionated guys that'll just attack the snot out of you, right? So I'm not really big into the whole Stephen A. And Max, Max would be awful too because he comes up with just stupid stuff. I think just so that people could go, shock value. Max Kellerman. There's times when I would just Max will open his mouth and I'll just be like, shut up, because whatever you're going to say is just stupid anyhow. Just saying. Definitely going to start by checking a GoFundMe. 50 cents. Robbery for that quality. I can pay him 51 cents. Come join me. Ray's so ticked off right now because his value keeps going up. It's not by much, but it keeps going up. Oh, that's fun. Got to start somewhere. Yes, absolutely. Well, I came in here to congratulate you. Now I gotta pay McChicken. I mean, he works his butt off as one of your guys in there, taking care of your huge live chat that rolls through there, right? He does a good job there. He comes on, he gives good opinions in your chat. You've had him on your show a few times, good college opinions. Seriously, I want Ross, because Ross does a lot of these pictures where he likes to make pictures and stuff. Ross, you need to get a picture of McChicken with his hand behind Connor, right? Like he's the Muppet or puppet or whatnot. Because you know how Connor is with college football, and McChicken actually knows college football. So you be like him talking about college football because, you know, I think that'd just be funny. Does it say personnel, not personal? Okay. My bad. I'll have to change the title when I get out of here if it says personnel. My fault. Maybe that was a typo. Probably just was a typo. I appreciate you pointing that out, Skylar and Kirsten. Oh, fried chicken and mac and cheese is what you do for game days. Okay. Interesting question. What's my thought on my division and where the Colts are at this point? At this point, I think the Titans and the Colts are on top of the division. Depending upon what the Colts do with the left tackle and pass rush in this draft, I think the Colts have this division. Wentz, of course, is a big question mark, but I think the more I look at things, the more I see things play out, the interviews and stuff that's been going on, I'm have more and more faith in Wentz as time moves on. Houston is a big old like stir fry mess of a place right now, where you have absolutely no idea what's going on there. First, there was the Bill O'Brien trades and releases. And then J.J. Watt wants out. Then you hear Watson wants out. Then you got the issues with Watson. So, there's no telling with them. Jacksonville looks like they're trying to fix the ship from the bottom up. But right now it's Colts and Titans easily, at least in my opinion. Gas is 1.24 pounds a liter. Yeah, that's a lot more expensive than what we're paying. I think gas right now in my area is $2.40 a gallon. So that's a heck of a lot more. But we make our own gas here, or petrol, as you guys call it over there. So, yeah, that's a whole lot more expensive than $2.40 a gallon. All right. They're still talking. They're still in here talking about, yes, being a ventriloquist. That's correct, Joe. All right. So I can't put that one in there because there's a 4-letter word in it. Just remember, I can't put 4-letter words on the thing. Some 4-letter words, but you know what 4-letter words I'm talking about, because that'll kill me being allowed to do monetization. Leo Vargas asks a good question. Do we think should we go after Kwity Paye if he's available at 21? Yes. I think him, Greg, or Phillips. But the problem is, I don't think any of them will make it past the top 20. If they are, definitely. If they're not, 289 in Boston. Well, you also got to remember, Ross, we live like where I live. at $2.40 a gallon, I have a less cost of living, a lot cheaper here than over there on the East Coast. So East Coast, everything's expensive. You guys probably pay like $3,000 a month in rent for a 1-bedroom efficiency apartment or some crap like that. Whereas my mortgage payment is less than $500 a month. So $1.30 a liter in Australia. Wow. That's about the same as it is in the UK. And congratulations. Wish you the best. Who do you think is the next Colts free agent? It seems edge is going to be more priority than left tackle in the draft. I think the next Colts free agent will probably be a veteran defensive end. Whether we bring back Houston, whether we go get Kerrigan or something like that, I think it's going to be an older defensive end veteran to teach the young guys that the Colts have, much like the way Houston was doing while he was here, right? A veteran leadership in the locker room and in the film room and stuff like that. I think that's the next guy that we're going to get. I don't expect a lot. I don't think Ballard's wanting to pay more than $6 million for a veteran guy, and that's probably why it's been waiting this long. And he probably also wants to see how the draft falls out as well. But that's where I would go. I would not be surprised if you see him sign a cornerback, though, because depth. Just saying. Wouldn't mind seeing another TJ Carey type signing. And that's what I would expect next. Jonathan, appreciate you. Sleep well. I understand that it's like probably 11 p.m. for you. So have a good night. Sleep well. Yeah, I know. I've been saying all off season that Jalen Phillips is the man, and he'll probably end up that his draft stock will rise, and that I didn't think he would make it out of the top 15 in this draft. And now his pro day just kind of completely and utterly cemented that, right? I don't see him making it out of the top. Even with his concussion issues, when you are an athletic freak the way Jalen Phillips is, you take that chance, especially at a premium position like pass rusher. You take the chance, even if you do have concussion history. Yeah, pretty much every animal could kill you in Australia. I know, right? Stupid ladybug. I'm dead, right? Do you have ladybugs in Australia? The little round, red, hard shell things with black dots on them. Little bugs. Just curious. I don't know how popular those bugs are around the world. They're not poisonous, by the way. Oh, come on. Roberto Sanchez? Rigoberto Sanchez is yeah. Rigoberto Sanchez is a heck of a punter. Did you know the story with him last year where he found out he had cancer? Went and played a game while having cancer, knowing, and then had surgery, missed a couple weeks, and then came back and finished the season out. That's the kind of guy Rigoberto Sanchez is. He's awesome. And I love my special teams here. I mean, we got great special teams players. 2-bedroom apartment is $2,500 a month. Holy crap. What do I think will be the Colts' biggest strength going into the season? The run game. I mean, we got a great offensive line and our running back core. Think about it. Jonathan Taylor was a third leading rusher in the NFL last year. Marlon Mack just re-signed for a one-year deal with the Colts. He was 1,000-plus rusher the year before that, right? Nyheim Hines. We all know what kind of player Nyheim Hines is. And Jordan Wilkins averages over 5 yards a carry as the fourth-string running back. Plus the offensive line. Plus, both of our starting tight ends are good blocking tight ends. So, yeah, the running game will be the biggest strength going into this league this year for the Indianapolis Colts. Great question. Oh, my goodness. I'd buy one. If the Colts drafted Jalen Phillips, I would buy that jersey the very next day. Right off the internet. I might buy it that day right off the internet. Right? Just saying. Yeah, we got ladybugs. Okay. I was just curious. I didn't know. So I guess they are kind of a worldwide thing. Hey, did you know? I just found out I was yesterday years old when I found out that the marsupials in Australia originated in South America. Yesterday years old. I was watching a documentary about that, how they didn't have the marsupials until, like, the marsupials originally came from, like, the first ones in the world originated in South America, and then they used some kind of land bridge to go from Antarctica to Australia, and then they all separated, and most of the marsupials in South America died out. And then, of course, everything died out except for freaking penguins in Antarctica. But they just exploded in Australia because not connected to anything. And, there was only so many, it's just an amazing fact, I think. It's all good, Don White. Appreciate you being here. Hey, so give you the notice. You're good. I'm actually going to be ending this stream shortly. It'll be very easy, Don, to just click that refresh button, restart it. My announcements early on. I talk about it a lot through this. I've just been answering questions afterwards. So just let you know. But yeah, it's been an hour. So just FYI. Oh, MPJ and Paris Campbell can run the football. Just FYI. Yeah, Ant Rodgers, Paris Campbell. Yeah. And we have another guy too that can run the ball. He was actually brought in a couple times last year for end rounds and did a great job. That's weird. There should have been a notice that came up. I mean, I've had this sitting on announcement for about 2 hours, over 2 hours now. So I apologize, but I'm going to end this here. I appreciate everyone. No, I do not have a merch store. I plan on starting one once I get to 2,500 subscribers. All right. Once I get to 2,500 subscribers, then I feel as though I've got the base audience in order to go that route. Yes, Colts Nation, DeMichael Harris. I couldn't remember his name. And I will answer your question before I go. This will be the last question that I answer. Since I've been here an hour, and he just showed up. What is the status of our safeties? I like our safety room. I think we can still grab a depth in the draft or in free agency. But our starters are definitely solid, and they are great. I feel as though Julian Blackmon can still build upon his rookie season and become more efficient at just playing at a high level game after game rather than what we saw last season. Obviously, Our strong safety is incredibly good, very good at box safety as well, and can cover. I don't like having the safeties that are special teamers as safeties coming into the game to replace somebody. I don't think Malik Hooker. Hold on. I don't think he's signed. No, he is still a free agent. So there's a slim chance he could re-sign on a really cheap deal. And I wouldn't be opposed to that. Kind of similar to the way, Marlon Mack did. 1 year prove-it deal. Wouldn't have a problem with it. John, appreciate you being here. You could hit the refresh button and watch this over. But until then, guys, I got to go. It's been an hour, and I got a lot of stuff to get done. But thank you so much. This was a great stream. Appreciated everyone being here. Don't forget to smash that like button. Hit subscribe if you're not subscribed. The share button's down there. You can share to your favorite social media. Help me out, get my word out on my content. And then, of course, if you want to donate to my cause and my issues that I've got going on right now, help with my stream, get some better hardware, software, make my streams better. There are links down in the description of the video, especially the PayPal, which is direct. No one takes money out of that. So that's the best way of going about it. But and with that, I'm Lawrence Owen, and I am officially the broadcast coordinator for the Indy Express, the professional basketball team that is part of the basketball league. And until next time, have a good one.